Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? He said, I want to get down.
Are you trying to escape? Are you trying to escape?
All right. Hey everybody, Ryan here, Humphrey Family Holsteins, and today we're tilling up the garden. This is the straight pen. I don't know if you can see, we've turned the straight pen and we threw down some fertilized soil and lots of manure. And that's primarily because this ground here is very dusty. It's not really conducive to having a nice garden, which we started inside, and we have to move out here in the next few days. So we put the manure down. We've been collecting it. Obviously, you see the big pile over there in the big pen. So we have cow manure. We have donkey manure, and then we have some soil that's been fertilized that we poured on top. So now I'm just coming out here today just to use this deal. It's the best thing I got, and I'm going to turn some of the soil and manure and start getting it ready. So at this point here, the wind got so bad that we had to pull the audio from these video clips and do this little voiceover. And after about 15 minutes or so, my wife came out and decided she wanted to get in on the action. And so we go back and forth, tilling for a little bit. I was explaining to her right here that I didn't want to plant too close to the edge of the fence because I didn't want the vegetables and stuff to grow up through the fence. So we left kind of a 7 or 8 inch, walkway on the outside. And so this is just a video of us tilling here, and you can see that the manure is getting worked in. The soil here is very dry. There's no way you can really plant a garden without treating it, and we don't know much. We don't know too much about treating the soil. All we know is that fertilizer and manure is really good for gardens. So what we did is we got a bunch of bags of fertilized soil, and we used our own cow manure, and we're just working it in. You can see she's busting her hump right now. And that's just our little boy hanging out outside. It was bright and sunny, but he was enjoying himself. But like I was saying about the soil is, we're doing the best that we can with what knowledge we have. And we know that manure and fertilized soil is really good for starting a garden. So we put a lot of that soil down and a lot of manure from our cows and from the donkeys. And we just worked it in with this hand claw tiller thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but it worked really well, working in all the new fertilized soil that we got and the manure in with the dirt and stuff that is the Texas the Texas land. So at this point here, I am just hosing it down. After we worked in the manure and everything, we decided we wanted to put some water down, kind of let that manure and soil and everything just sort of come together, make sure we keep the soil damp, and tomorrow is going to be when she comes through here and transplants her seedlings into this new soil that we've developed here. And it may work. It may fail miserably. Like I said, this is our first time. So, putting down the fertilized soil that we bought, putting down the manure, working it in. You can see that there's some dead leaves and twigs and some roots that we uproot and stuff. Tomorrow, right before she transplants her seedlings. We're going to go through this with a rake. We're going to rake it all up and get it nice and clean, and hopefully we've done everything we can to ensure that we get some nice healthy vegetables and fruits and stuff. So I think the last thing I'm going to end up doing is probably going to the worm farm and buying some worms and throw them in the garden here too, because everything I've heard is that they are great for the soil, and so that looks like something I'm going to probably end up doing as well. I'll probably do that tomorrow after she rakes and before she plants her vegetables and fruits. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like us and you like what we're doing, please subscribe. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.